You guys remember, roughly 7-ish months ago now, when the New Year's crate came out, there was the biggest laughingstock in all of toilet tower defense. The large firework cameraman got laughed at more than any other unit. This unit came out, couldn't solo nightmare mode all on its own, and it only did 10,000 single attack damage for the rarest mythic unit at the time. The unit was the laughingstock of the toilet tower defense community. Ha ha ha, you're so bad, it's what I say. But not anymore. For those of you that don't know, they actually snuck in a buff into the most recent update for the large firework cameraman. I was gonna show you the update. The Wonder Whopper said legit trash. It was. But not only did they buff the large firework cameraman from 10,000 damage per second to 28,000, they actually made it start doing splash damage, which makes sense because it shoots fireworks. So today my job is to find out if this unit is capable of soloing nightmare mode. Let's go find out.
You will never make me apologize for bopping too hard.
Okay, let's check it out. So that's a pretty thick blast range of 20 with the range of 50. The range of 50 is pretty bad. I think my dead skeleton grandfather would have more range than 50. But that's just because he could blow smoke so far out of his mouth. Cancer. It was... Okay. I don't know if you... Did you guys get it? Like, where the smoke would attack... because he's... I'm just gonna shut up now. Admittedly, one super good thing about the large firework cameraman is that he does only cost 400 smackaroonies. So, with that being said, that might make him an actually viable starting unit. However, that starting range is not telling me that's the case.
My guy has the range of a kitty playing in a sandbox.
Nevertheless, because of the splash, we're able to keep up and not really take much leak. Yeah, somehow only one toilet's gotten through the cracks. Make that 2, make that 3. So they might have buffed my boy, but I don't think they changed his animation or style at all. But it makes sense that they upgraded this unit, this update, because first of all, it sucked for so long. It's been a laughingstock for a very long time. But giving this unit a buff for people to use during 4th of July weekend made perfect sense. But it went under everyone's noses. I mean, you really can't blame anyone for not noticing that the large firework cameraman got a boost when they added a unit called the Titan Firework, man. Like, that's just way cooler. And he's just way better. He does 4 times the damage to the large firework. Which it should, because it's godly versus mythic. Okay, I have a bit of a situation. 190 HP, and a mutant toilet's about to leak. Do I place down another firework cameraman, or do I hope I can take the mutant out? Play it safe, hopeless, don't be an idiot. It's not always the best units that survive. It's how you use them. However, that is a problem. We got a buzzsaw. Oh, thank gosh we killed the buzzsaw. So I will admit, so far, the large firework cameraman is struggling. It is pretty cost efficient, but the problem is, every time I upgrade him, he's just not really doing enough damage to keep up with nightmare mode. Like, this is a level 4 large firework cameraman. He just attacks way too slow. He's doing 5,000 damage per second. That's just not gonna cut the cake, my boy. And that's with him being buffed. Imagine this unit being unbuffed. Like, we're talking a third of the damage and single attack only. This guy was worse than the shotgun. Not actually, but basically.
I know it's not Thanksgiving yet, but I'm thankful for these 2 units I placed back here.
This is the only reason keeping the door open. The door was closing, but then I threw my butt in the door to keep it open.
Thank you.
Finally, I saved up enough guapo wapo to make the large firework cameraman level 5. Also, I'm shocked. He goes all the way up to level 6. Also, I think they did change him unless this is what he did always. I think he's kind of like the beret boy, where he's putting fireworks into his backpack and launching them off over his head. That is definitely a new feature. No one talked about this. Literally, no one talked about how this unit got a buff. Not only that, they changed his animation. When has that happened ever? Like, actually ever. Where the dev team not only goes back to buff a unit, but changes its attack animation. Kudos, Toy Tower Defense, a non-pay-to-win W update. And truth be told, that rocket on its back might be all it needs. Throw that monkey off his back because the firework cameraman's actually doing work. But keep in mind, it is only wave 22. Things could change quickly, just like him getting stunned right there. My backdoor units are enough to play cleanup crew, which is good for now. It has been an absolute nail-biter, though, so far. I have not been allowed to misplace once. A little late, but the economy's fully maxed out at wave 26, so now we can try to focus on fully upgrading our first large firework cameraman. As of right now, I'd say we're feeling pretty cozy, and I think upgrading this large firework cameraman is going to be the best strat ever. So as you can see, he now has his 2 quad launchers, and that's definitely a new feature where he's sending off fireworks from his back. That's where his extra DPS comes from. You know what? I think the large firework cameraman and the beret cameraman have been hanging out together or something. And he took a page out of his book and he's like, oh, yeah, you know what? Shooting a rocket from my back is actually a good idea. I think I'm going to try to do that too. It's so goofy. Look at this angle. But the far range is actually the rockets it shoots off from its back. And do keep in mind though, just because this unit did get buffed doesn't mean it's any more accessible. This still, at the end of the day, is one of the rarest units in all of Toilet Tower Defense. The reasoning for that is because, as you can see here, there's only a 0.1% chance of summoning the large firework cameraman. The New Year's crate was extremely easy to get, but clearly that doesn't matter when you make it such a small room to get it. Especially because there's only 2 units in the crate. I feel like when you only have a crate that has 2 units in it, people just don't care to grind for it as much. I mean, you're watching the video, you're allowed to agree or disagree. When there's only 2 units in a crate, you don't care about it as much. And I know that's the case because I don't either. Wave 36 and the large firework camera boy is doing pretty solid. But after this, we're not going to only see if the large firework cameraman can beat Nightmare mode. If it can, I'll go take it on over to endless mode and test out a few bosses on 100 of them. Just to see how good it actually is. Because everyone knows you don't know how good you are until you put 100 of yourself versus strong toilets, right? Who knows, maybe this is the secret sauce to beat the mothership. Wait a minute. That was the hat I was wearing. Braid rocket launcher toilet. Dude, we're brothers. For Russia. Oh, wait, I said I banned my... Not for Russia. But someone needs to explain this to me. How does it actually make any sense how the Beret rocket launcher toilet is going to have 2.74 million HP, okay? But then the smooth operator is going to come out a whole 8 waves later and have less HP and move the same speed and have less features about it. It makes 0 sense. The game's not balanced. We need to nuke it and start it again. But hands down, the biggest thing and the most important thing that they did to this unit was add the splash. If they didn't add the splash, this unit would always be bad. But any unit that does a decent amount of damage per second, but also does some type of AoE or splash, will end up being a pretty good unit that can solo Nightmare mode on its own. I mean, shoot, the Frost DJ Speaker Man can solo Nightmare mode for all it matters. Okay, it's wave 50 and we actually have all of our units fully placed. We'll go ahead and sell the Santa TV man to try to get one more Firework Cameraman out on the field. And yeah, take a look at the giant smooth toilet. It literally has less than that beret launcher that I was telling you guys about earlier. It makes 0 sense.
The math does not math. I'm not the mathematician, but it still don't make no sense.
And truthfully and wholeheartedly, as we're launching fireworks at the giant smooth toilet, I'm not insanely surprised that a 28,000 damage per second unit that does splash is able to solo Nightmare mode. All right, let's go place down 100 of them. Just give me my money. This is what 10 large firework cameraman looks like. This is what 20 large firework cameraman looks like. This is what 30 large firework cameraman looks like. This is what 40 large firework cameraman look like. Here's what 50 large firework cameraman look like. This is what 60 large firework cameraman looks like. Here's what 70 large firework cameraman look like. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is what 80 large firework cameraman look like. Oh, so that's what 90 large firework cameraman looks like. And here's what 100 large firework cameraman look like. The new buffed unit. And in just under 10 minutes, here's what they all look like fully maxed out. Woo! Okay, that took a while. Time to ruin it all by placing strong bosses down. Let's start out with a smooth operator. No, we'll do a frost skeleton toilet. We're gonna start off with the wave 70 boss. Can 100 large firework handle the wave 70 boss, the frost skeleton toilet? 12 million HP, a lot of firework, boys. Hopefully they get this in the bag. And to no one's surprise, we do smoke the frost skeleton toilet. Time for the wave 80 boss. Is that the Heartbreaker? No, it's the large turkey toilet. I just spawned something called the turret spider toilet. Wait, what is that? I'm summoning a wave 100 turret spider toilet? What on earth is that? Oh, it's just that. It's nothing cool at all. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go for the wave 70 giant turkey toilet. Took me a second to figure out its name, but I remembered it. Here we go. 22 million HP. Does the large firework have what it takes to take out the giant turkey toilet? And it looks like without really any issues at all, we are going to take care of 20 million HP. It's time for the broken heart toilet. 60 million HP. This is going to be its first true challenge. The buffed large firework cameraman versus the wave 80 boss. Is this gonna be able to take care of business? It is crazy how in just the span of 10 waves, this is 40 million HP stronger than the other toilet. But I digress. Good news is it's less than halfway down the track and has lost more than half of its HP, which is typically a good indication that we will actually be able to kill the toilet. I am lagging incredibly bad, insanely bad. But fortunately, we were able to take out that broken heart toilet. I have a feeling this is where everything goes downhill for us. Let's give it a shot. Let's go ahead and fight the DJ Toilet 2.0. We went for the level 100 variant of it. I would be shocked if we're able to actually beat the DJ Toilet. I mean, honestly, we're starting off pretty hot. Already 10% HP down, only that far down the track. I have a pretty good feeling about this. My PC struggles to handle this. Too much fireworks. I think we're gonna have to wait to see if we can beat this another day. Alright, I switched out before things got too bad, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to hit 100k on the channel before this channel turns 1 year old, which is on September 19th. So if you haven't already, join the membership down below for a free signed unit, and I'll see you guys all again tomorrow.
Bye.